Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another pen for review, and this is a Benu. And you can see there that lovely goldy sort of coloured logo and also the beautiful scripting going on. So this comes in a cardboard box. It's a very minimalistic box, and if I turn the box over, you will see this is a pink Guava in a fine nib. So I think let's open the box. So the first thing you find is that you have a Benu pen here in a cardboard pouch. This is all recyclable. We have a product information and lifetime warranty that you can see here. And you also get some paper straw bedding here. So I think let's take the pen out of this cardboard pouch and we will show the pen in a little bit more detail here. So this is a Benu Euphoria, and this is a pink guava, and you can see here it's quite a green pen with a lot of pink glitter and some silver accented glitter there as well. I want to also say that that body there is also semi-translucent or transparent because it does look that way. Maybe it's just white, maybe, but it does look a little bit like that. So in terms of Benu, this is a newer model called the Euphoria in the pink guava color scheme. So you have a cap finial here that is slightly conical rounded here, and then you have the clip. Now this clip is spring loaded, which I do like the look of because that makes it a lot more easier to put it into a shirt pocket if you wanted to. The cap here tapers into the cap finial, and you can see that there is a join there where this spring-loaded clip is affixed to, and then the cap tapers out to about here, and then you get the Benu cap band, which is just a black cap band with the name Benu on. Now this is a faceted pen that you can see here, and there is a bit of a step down here, and then the pen tapers down right away to what is the blind cap or end cap finial. If I unscrew the cap, you will see here that it comes with a number 6 size Schmidt nib, and this is a fine nib. And typically I'm not a fine nib writer, but Derek sent me this pen on loan for review. So I'd like to thank Derek from Stonecrop Fine Writing Supplies for sending me this pen. This pen probably will be going back to him unless I decide to purchase it. And Derek is a little bit of a temptress because he does send me some pens that I do like the look of. He knows that I like the larger number 6 size nibs and also the sort of larger pen bodies as well. Now, the filling system is a standard cartridge converter, so you can just replace that if you have any problems with the cartridge converter. It's also really easy to actually put a ink syringe into the nozzle there and just flush it out with water. That's normally how I clean my cartridge converters rather than doing the piston back and forth. And that is the quickest way I have found to cleaning my cartridge converter pens. So it's great that it comes with a Schmidt cartridge converter because it's nice and easy to replace if that was to fail at any point. You could also, in theory, these cap threads are plastic, so you could, if you wanted to, eyedropper this pen. I'm not sure that you'd want to though, because the ink would probably stain the inside, and you're going to see that coming through the body here. But if you wanted to, you could fill that with ink if you really wanted to. But I honestly would think that it's probably better to just use the cartridge converter. Now, in the size of my hand, I find that these Euphoria models are really a good size. I honestly did like the Benu hexagons, and they were maybe just a little bit shorter than this, but I like those a lot. This I really do like. I find it's a really good size. If I hold it down here at the base of the section, or even if I hold it up here higher on the threads, you still have a lot of pen there in the crook of my hand. So for me, this is a good size. I can post the cap if I want to. It does become pretty long. It's not back weighted though, so I find that the most of the weight really is around here. So I find that that actually balances the pen quite nicely. But for me, I have to say I am starting to like these Euphoria models. Now, there are a couple of colours that I do like, and this is potentially one of them, I think, because of the green more than the pink. But I do sometimes like writing with pink ink. And when I'm adding a pen to my collection, I do have to think, do I want to, what colour ink do I want to put in that pen? And I think a lovely sort of green ink would go nice in this pen, or maybe even a pink ink. So for me, I think either of those would work quite well. So I think with that, let's do a size check, we'll do a weight check, we'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So the length of the pen, we are looking at 148 millimeters in length. The length of the cap is 70 millimeters in length. So that is actually quite a long pen. The length of the body, we are looking at about 138 millimeters in length. So again, that is a really nice size in my hand. I think let's just take a look at this material though. This material really is quite nice. I like the green and I like the pink sort of glitter that's going on there. Maybe it's a little bit too much in parts, but I do like the addition of this, what looks to be white glitter or maybe transparent glitter there. So that actually, I think, adds to the pen. So I think let's do a weight check. The full weight of the pen, uninked, we are looking at just over 26 grams in weight. The weight of the cap, we are looking at just under 11.5 grams. So you can see why this cap doesn't make it back weighted when posted. And then the weight of the body, we're looking at just over 13 grams in weight. So this is actually a very lightweight pen to write with. But this really is a lovely material, and I know glitter isn't for everyone, and there are certainly a group of people that really like Benus and also really hate Benus. And I think that Benus are a little bit of like a Marmite or a Vegemite. You either love it or you hate it, and there probably isn't somebody that's in between. But I do like this design. I like it a lot. So I think with that, let's do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have a Platinum 3776 in Chartres Bleu. We have a Pilot Custom 823 with an FA nib. We have a London Pen Company, the Christopher in Caramel Erinoid. We have a Visconti Homo Sapiens London Fog. We have a Benu Euphoria in Pink Guava. We have a Sailor 1911 large with a Naginata Togi nib. We have a Stipula Etruria Corsani, a Visconti Homo Sapiens Midnight in Florence, a Visconti Divina Elegance Green, and we have an Omas Arte Italiana Paragon Grande. So I think let's go and do a writing sample. So this is the Benu, and it's the Euphoria, and it is the pink Guava, and this is a fine nib, and it is a steel nib, and the ink in here today is an ink that I like a lot, and I haven't used a lot lately, is Diamine, and it's Apple Glory. And this is a really lovely green ink, and I think maybe it accentuates that green a little bit more. Now, in terms of line variation, this definitely is a Western fine nib, and You can see it's putting down a Western fine line. If I try to push this a little bit harder, you can get it to, I'd say, go to maybe a medium to a broad. And you can see that here with the figure of eights. And you can see also that there are no hard starts or skips whatsoever. So this nib writes very, very well. Now, in terms of ink wetness, this is a fine nib. And you can see there that it's a moderately wet nib. It's not an overly wet nib. And it's definitely not a fire hose nib. So you can see there that even these vertical lines are still taking a while to dry. So it's still quite a wet nib, but it would be a nib that would write quite well in a journal or a notebook where you won't have to wait too long to turn the page for the ink to dry. So I'd like to thank Derek again from Stonecott Fine Writing Supplies for loaning me this pen for review. If you haven't checked Derek out already, then you can check him out at his website at Stonecott Fine Writing Supplies. And you can also check him out on Instagram where he has an account as well. So again, I'd like to thank Derek for loaning me this pen for review, which I am really trying hard not to actually purchase. So what do I like about the pen and what do I not like about the pen? Well, I am really liking the Benu Euphorias. Lately I've not been liking clips, but to be honest, a clip on here doesn't really bother me. I like the length of the pen. I like the weight. I like the size of the nib. It's a number 6 size nib, not a number 5 size nib that a lot of Benus had. This is a fine nib, and I'm not particularly used to fine nibs. I typically use medium or broad. I do have some fine nibs in my collection, just not as many mediums. But for me, I'm liking the pen. I do like a little bit of glitter, and for me, I think Benu have done a good thing here with the Euphoria range. There's a couple of models in the Euphoria range that I do like the look of. There is the Caviar, and there is this one, the Pink Guava. So I might have to think about picking those up more for like work pens that I can just throw in my rucksack or throw in my bag. Or in my pocket without having to worry about needing a pen case and carrying extra baggage around with me. So I may have to pick one of these up in the near future. So that's my review of the Benu Euphoria in the Pink Guava. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye-bye.